So let's check out the 600. All right, wow. Right off the bat, I feel the weight. It actually feels a little bit more heavier than the 750 and the 1000. All right, so getting into gear was just a little bit of a challenge. I don't know why it was sticking. So, all right, so the mirrors are almost like the 750. They're nice and round. You can see a little bit more on coverage. The bike, like I said, just getting on it, I could feel the weight a little bit more, which is kind of weird because it is a smaller CC bike. Well, it's not as small as like a 250, but it's a 600 compared to the 750 and the 1000 I just test rode. And so it's odd to feel that it has a little bit more weight. All right, so the position for the feet is actually a little bit more higher on the 600 than it is on the 750 and the 1000. And I feel like I'm more scrunched between my butt and my legs are more like this compared to how it was on the 750 and the 1000. So I feel like I'm more, kind of crunched up. Other than that, the positioning, I feel, on the 600 is kind of a combination of the 750 and the 1000 as far as the handlebars. On this one, I feel that the handlebars are, more. Yeah, the power actually. Power is nice though. Feels pretty, a little bit on the vibrational side. I could feel a little bit more on this one, on the tank. It kind of resonates to the tank a little bit, and I could feel it to my legs. But as far as the positioning of the handlebars, I feel that they're more hugging towards your sides, or more towards you, compared to being more out. I feel that they're more like this. So your wrists are gonna be more in a twisted position. Front brake feel is not as tight, I would say, as the 750 or the 1000. I do feel a little bit of a squish, I guess you could call it, but it is, I would say, still really good on the braking. You just have a little bit more, I guess, I don't know, feedback on the lever. All right, so let's check out how this bike performs and feels out there. So far, really smooth. Has really good power. You definitely can feel the shifts when you do shift into another gear. And definitely on the 600, you actually have to go through the gears a little bit more than on the 750 and the 1000. I'm already on third gear just on this stretch. Compared to the 750, I was only on second gear. I probably could go on first gear all the way, and on the 1000, I could have just been on first the whole time. On this one, I actually had to go up a few gears. I believe also on the 600 it has modes. Alright guys, so there's an A, B, and C mode. The reason I asked Brian is because Brian currently owns a 600 Gixxer, and on his he has an A, B, C mode. So I think what C is the lowest mode, or is that full mode? Okay. Oh wow, it limits it that much, huh? Okay, so C is the lowest mode, B is middle mode, and obviously A will be the full mode. So the 600 actually has some pretty good power. If you're going from a 320 to a 600, you definitely feel the power. It's definitely going to put a smile to your face. As far as a crazy grin, I would give that to the 1000. That would really suck you into your seat, and that's the one I would give the crown to. Other than that, to keep you a good what am I trying to say here? To just I would say the 750 would be good overall. If you think that the 600 is too not much or something, but you know, like I said, everyone's different. And you know, if you think that a 750 is too much, I think you guys would be happy with a 600. And I would say 90% of the population of riders have 600s. There's only a very few that would have a 1000, and just depending on where you guys live, what state, and if you guys live in cities, you know, 1000s, I would say, I don't know if it's very like common to have a 1000 for city riding. I think a 1000 would be more enjoyable on like a, you know, country roads or highway. This 600 has some pretty good power. That was third gear pull right there, and had no problem catching up to these guys. And then obviously, you know, for the smaller population of us R3 owners, there's not that many R3 owners out there. Well, especially not in Chicago. So there's even a smaller percentage of us guys out there with smaller displacement bikes. Okay, suspension already is not as bad. It's not really hard, and it's yet not soft. So I would say it's in the middle for suspension wise on the 600 GSXR. And downshift there. Tires so far are fairly decent. There is no slip. So I'm guessing the whole slip thing with the tires, I think it's just really a smaller displacement bike thing. Because I think as soon as you go with these bigger bikes, I think they would have better tires, obviously. You could always upgrade to better performance tires, of course. But so far with my testing on these bikes, the tires are actually really good. As far as putting it into the corners here or in the curves, on this one it's not bad. It's actually a little bit more nimble than the 750 and the 1000. And I don't know why these guys are giving signals to cars when they're not bikers. I can see that this bike in front of me is really kicking up those rocks. When you let go of the throttle on this one, you can definitely feel it push you forward. So if I were to let go of the throttle, yeah, you could feel it. It pushes you forward a little bit more. And it seems like, I don't know, it's like weird that the 750, it didn't do it as much. Maybe I wasn't really concentrating too much on it. But it's not that bad though. I would say the more rougher throttle feedback would be on the 1000 because that was more aggressive on you know, jerking you forward. Alright, so now we're on this road again. Let's also do that higher gear test. Well, let's just gun it now. Definitely plenty of power on this 600. And for you guys that want to upgrade to a 600, I think you guys would be more than satisfied with the 600 if you choose to go this route. Alright, so let's jump it up all the way to 6th gear and check out how the throttle response is. Alright, now we're all the way to 6th gear. These guys are riding a little bit faster. I'm sure we're gonna get up to that curve where we're gonna be slowing it down big time. And then I'll give it some throttle, and then we'll see how the response is when I do so. So far, I feel that the throttle response is really good. I haven't downshifted or anything, and I'm giving it throttle, and it doesn't sound like it wants to choke. It doesn't sound like it wants to stall. Doing these turns feels really good. On this Gixxer, there is only two modes, A and B. Right now I'm on A. I guess I'll just leave it on A for now because we're going to actually probably come to that slowdown where we're going to be turning onto that nice straight roadway. And that's where I'll probably be able to, you know, punch it and see how it performs there. Alright, here we go. We're on mode A. Whoa! Wow, that was when I had upshifted. You could see in the camera that I had jerk, and maybe it's because I had waited too long on the rev range to shift it or whatnot. But wow, that was crazy. Power is actually pretty cool. I mean, nothing that would blow me away, like, you know, from going from that 1000 to this. But if you're definitely going from a 300 to this, it's definitely, you know, put a really good smile to your face, for sure. Especially just giving it that little throttle, and I didn't even look at how fast we were going. I'll probably see on the video after I see it on how fast, if I did capture it, on how fast we just went. But it's just so easy with the 600 on these bikes, these bigger bikes, that you just give it a little throttle and you're already going. I mean, you're going pretty fast, I would say. You know, with just a little twist of the wrist, really. Now, as far as my back, on this 600, I do feel a little bit of tension, I would say, on my back. I do feel it like on the back lower left a little bit. As far as my left hand, it still feels fine. My right hand, the throttle hand, again, it's still something I would have to get used to. Maybe I am putting too much pressure, I'm not sure. But other than that, leg-wise, like I said, I did feel like I was crunched up earlier. Right now, I kind of feel okay, but it could be because I'm crunched up. That's why I do feel a little bit on the back. But other than that, it feels okay. I couldn't really tell you if, you know, doing a longer trip ride. Obviously, this ride I think is only 20 minutes or so. So this is just a 20-minute review test, I would say. Or my feedback to you guys in a tested demo that's only 20 minutes long, or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how long this ride is. But for long distance travel, I couldn't really tell you on feedback or review because it's not that kind of ride. So if it was something, you know, if you asked me if it's something I would recommend for long distance travel, I couldn't tell you. Suspension on this, as we're going over these bumps, like I said, it's in the middle. It's not extremely rough or aggressive, but you do feel the bumps. And also, like I said, on this one, it's more like in the middle as far as suspension goes. And you could hear it in my voice as we go over these bumps. And also for exhaust note, since I am on the 4th gear, you could hear it. Not too bad for a stock exhaust. I totally forgot to give it a test to see if it quiets down as, you know, as you go higher in the RPM range. See if I can maybe go back a little bit and maybe let these guys go up a little bit more, and then I can test it out to see if it does that. So on this one, it's okay. It's screaming, but it seems to scream just a little bit more in the higher RPM range. It's still purring like a kitten. It's not gonna blow your socks off with the sound too much. So I would say it's kind of like an overall just medium sounding style. I'm gonna do what that guy just did, move it side to side and see how it feels when trying to lean it. You do feel the weight when you do it, so it definitely to put it into a lean, you have to put it, put your weight into it, do it. So I guess this pretty much applies to all the bikes I've tested today, which is the 600, which I'm on now, 750, and the 1000. Wow, braking is actually really good, guys. As you saw, we just got caught up by the red light, and I used both front and rear brakes. And I thought I was going to slide or something, but nope, it came to a nice, smooth stop. Something definitely, if I was in my R3, I would kind of be a little bit scared to either just gun it and go for through the red light, or chance it and possibly sliding the rear tire or something. Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes the ride with the 600. Not a bad bike actually. And I would say, I mean, if you guys want to upgrade to a 600, be perfectly fine. I think you guys will be happy with the 600. It has a pretty good amount of power on the power range. So I definitely would say that it's nothing that would get you disappointed or get you bored anytime soon. And since it has two modes, it's, you got your B mode for, city commuting or whatever, and then you got your A mode, which is going to give you full power of the bike and really, give you the full of everything. So definitely put a smile to your face. And yeah, I mean, also I also forgot to mention about the seat. I guess the seat on the 600 was actually really soft, so it wasn't crazy firm like the 1000 was. So, but yeah, the seat cushioning and everything was comfortable. I mean, like I said, I totally forgot to tell you about it, but because it didn't feel like rough, so uh, maybe that's why I didn't think about it. Other than that, the weight, like I said, does feel a little bit more heavier than the 750 and the 1000, but after getting used to it and riding, you get used to it, I guess. So, alright guys, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed my review of these bikes. Coming from a rider that has never ridden one of these bikes before, or, this higher displacement bikes. And like I said, guys, I know there's a lot of YouTubers out there and motor vloggers that are doing reviews on bikes, but I just wanted to put my take on it because those guys, they do good reviews. I'm not gonna say that they don't do good reviews, but they've been also testing a lot of bikes, so they're already used to all different kinds of bikes. I just wanted to put my spin on it and my take from a person who's never ever ridden a bigger bike ever before until now. So I just wanted to share with you my thoughts and my feelings and what I'm experiencing when testing out a bike that's bigger than the 300 or the 320 that we got all of us on my channel ride. So I just wanted to just share my experience really with you guys on this kind of adventure and on this video. Well, if you guys enjoyed my video, hit that like button. If you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you have any question, don't forget to leave them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. And also, if you guys want to see more of these videos where I'm actually reviewing other bikes and other brands, I'll see what I can do on actually trying to hit up more other companies' demos and seeing if I could test out their bikes. Like I said in the video before, or in the other video, there is a demo ride coming up with Yamaha, and that's going to be in Chicago, so it'll be a little bit more accessible for me to get to. This was the furthest, and I just wanted to make this trip because Suzuki is not. I mean, it's available for us to purchase if we wanted to buy it, but as far as demoing, they don't really have it in Chicago. So, and this was the closest city for us to drive to within a reasonable time frame to come out here to test out these bikes. So I wanted to make the trip out here and just do it for myself to test out these bikes and see maybe if it would be a brand I'll be interested in maybe getting in the future. So on the next video, I will be in Chicago, and I will be testing out one of the Yamaha brand and testing out their bikes, and we'll just take it from there. Well, all right, guys, I don't want to keep too much of the time, and I appreciate you guys watching. Take care.